This is Dee Dee until 3.
We're a happy team at Hawthorn. We're the mighty fighting horse.
Oh, I'm going to be in so much trouble with all my St Kilda friends. But look, all the footy clubs need your support. Every single football club. It's one thing to be a supporter of a club. It's another thing to actually be a member. And that's what clubs need us to do. Whatever your club, please buy a membership because it keeps them up and running. We don't want to see any football clubs pushed to the brink. And trust me, that has happened. 133 693 Hawthorn fans, you'll be thrilled to hear that Dylan Moore, co-vice captain of the Hawthorn Football Club, joins me today. Recently appointed to that role too. Dylan, good afternoon.
Hey, Dee Dee. Nice to hear from you.
Yeah, congratulations too on the appointment. Does it change things being co-vice captain? Do you have to behave differently?
Thanks for that. I guess it doesn't change anything with behaviours, or it's more just a title, and it's a pretty cliche way of putting it. But for me, I just feel like there's a bit more pressure on game day to perform, and I might cop a bit more sprays from Sam and be under the gun a little bit more. But around the club, nothing really changes. Good.
And I know Hawthorn today, it's membership day at the Hawthorn Football Club. How has Sam Mitchell been for the group?
Yeah, I've really, really enjoyed it. Since he's come in to a young group, I think it's helped us having a person that's from the game in the recent years as a player, just to understand what it's like to be as a player again, because Sam goes on it a little bit. It's, as a coach, sometimes you think, it's pretty easy just to sit back and watch footy and know how the game's playing, but then he can put himself in our shoes a lot. So that's really helped us, just how close he is to the game and really understanding our emotions, how we're feeling. And then everyone's been able to have a pretty good relationship with him.
It's such a funny time of the year because we have those. I hate the practice games. I really do. I don't know how you feel about them, but it's hard to get a read. I bet you've probably had a look at some of the other teams to get a read on how everyone is going and where you're placed. I mean, what are your expectations for Hawthorn this season?
I feel like this year it's changed a little bit to last year. Last year it was Sam's first year and it was all about development. And we've still got a heavy focus on development, and hopefully we can get 3 or 4 players this year who really show that they're the AFL standard and can become elite players in the competition. But I guess this year we want to drive the standards a bit more internally and push ourselves to try and play finals footy. And it might not come this year, and we don't probably expect to play finals this year, but I'm a pretty optimistic guy, so I feel like we've got the team and the talent to do it. But ultimately, we are looking to develop again this year. But ultimately, we want to win more games than last year. So if we win more than 8 games, we're happy.
Okay, so moderate, I'd say. You're not over egging the pudding, as they say. What is your feeling, Dylan, about the practice games? Because I mean, I'd rather just have the season start, and I know everyone needs a bit of match fitness and all that sort of stuff. But everyone will be starting from the same footing. Would you rather just everyone start at the beginning of round 1?
Yeah, it's an interesting one. I feel like, honestly, one practice match against another opposition is good enough. I think you need that because you play against each other all summer. It's good to finally verse an opposition before round 1, just to get the feel of it. Any butterflies, any nervousness you can get out before the season starts. So I'm all for having at least one practice match against real opposition, just so you're not just versing yourself and you can really see how your game plan stacks up against another game plan.
All right. Now, give your Hawthorn supporters some insight into what's been going on behind the scenes, who's been training really well, who's been just tearing it up off-season.
The main one, I think, is Josh Ward. He had a bit of an interrupted pre-season, but ever since he started playing games, he's been dominating the track. He's an elite runner, elite user by foot. So I feel like this year, he did pretty well last year in his first year, but in his second year, I feel like he could become a really good player.
And it may be the same answer to this question, but can you tip us off to someone to keep an eye on who you think may have a breakout year this year?
I'll go with someone different. I'll go with Conor McDonald, also a second-year guy, but he played well on the weekend, so Hawks fans should be happy with that. But he's been consistent all pre-season, and he's starting to really come out of himself now, so I feel like he's up for a big year as well.
Fantastic. Oh, well, there's something there for fans to keep their eye on. Dylan, thank you for joining me today. Dylan Moore there, vice captain at the Hawthorn Football Club. Today is membership day for the Hawthorn Footy Club. So as I said, Hawthorn Football Club fans, buy a membership. It's great if you're a supporter, but actually buying that membership, it's the same for any club, but Hawthorn's day is on today, and I encourage you to do that for them. They want you to believe, and there's a few things to look forward to there, according to Dylan Moore.